Hi, Force fans. This is Shane. Welcome to episode 3, A Controversial Princess. This week's episode is going to be talking about the Black Series figure of Princess Leia in her Hutt Slayer Leia outfit. The controversy of the depiction of Carrie Fisher in Return of the Jedi, the actual Black Series figure itself, and many more. The figure was released back in 2013 in the early waves. Back then, the figure was known as Princess Leia Slave Outfit. This was a time way before photoreal. As you can tell from the picture there, she had horrible proportions. She's actually the smallest female character that currently exists in the line, I believe. Maybe Jackie Long is smaller. And she is well known, this particular character portrayal of Leia, she's very well known for having one of the worst likenesses to Carrie Fisher to date in the line. The figure goes for quite a lot of money on the aftermarket still, believe it or not, and it hasn't been re-released since it first came out back in the old red and black line in 2013. Now, there are a lot of conversations going on as to whether or not this figure will ever come back out again under Disney, and if I'm completely honest with you, I'm not very hopeful. The only way I can see them ever bringing this figure back out again is if they were to go back to how it was done in the 3.75 line back in the day, where they released a version of it without much controversy, but they depicted Leia in a Sandstorm get-up, which was basically the prisoner outfit underneath some soft good layers, a plastic hood, goggles. This is the only way now I feel that the figure could possibly get re-released in the Black Series line. I can't see there being any other way to get this figure on shelves unless she's actually covered up in some way, shape or form, but it does give options to collectors to display how they want. Before Disney took over the Star Wars license in 2015, Hasbro had made numerous versions of the Jabba's prisoner Leia. As you can see, this was one of their Unleashed lines back in the day, where the depiction of Leia is heavily more sexualized than a standard 3.75 action figure was. I understand the controversy from both sides of the camp, really. Personally, I don't have a big issue with the outfit itself. It does depict that kind of 1980s fantasy vibe, where a lot of action movies of the 1980s depicted a lot of female characters in these kind of risque outfits. It doesn't distract from me as Leia as a character. She's still fierce, she's still fearless, she's still a leader, she's still an incredible, important part of the overall Star Wars story. I would love to see a brand new, newly tooled version of Leia, Jabba's prisoner, come back into the Black Series line. I'm not very hopeful that it'll ever happen, unfortunately. I don't know how things lie with Disney at this moment in time, but I'm not hopeful that this figure will ever come out again. There are guys out there who 3D print much more realistic portrayals of the Harry Fisher head in this scale, which you could put on the body, but it's still a rubbish body, unfortunately. So let me know in the comments below, or like and subscribe if you feel that maybe 2027 is a time for the Jabba's prisoner Leia Black Series figure to be released again. I personally can't see it, but who knows, eh? Thank you.